New and emerging companies are an important part of the South by Southwest Interactive Festival. And here at the Austin Convention Center, the South by Southwest Interactive Innovation Awards are underway. Here, more than 30 companies are vying for awards in several categories. Throughout the week, we're going to visit these companies at various locations. Here at the festival, at a party a little bit later, and then at the award ceremony. We've spoken to a couple of these companies. Mariel DeVesa is the global head of business development for a Torrance, California-based company called Finn. You guys have been around for a couple of years right now, and you've got a product that a lot of people, a lot of homeowners can really use. Tell us a little bit first about your company and then about the product.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. The company has officially was founded in 2016. It's the brainchild out of a greenfield study from Belkin that is over 10 years old. So there's a lot of history and background and R&D in the product itself. It was determined that there was so much interest that the company was spun off into its own in 2016, and we started commercially selling the product in April of 2018.
Got it. Now you're here at South by Southwest as part of the Innovation Showcase Award Ceremony. How do you like your chances?
Oh, it's fantastic. We really think that there's a big need. So as your question was, what's the problem? We have a depleting resource in water, and we have homes that are leaking. And so with Finn, it's a single device that attaches to the main water line, and it can tell you how you're using your water, not only how you're using it, but what you're using it. So how many times you take a shower, how long you take a shower, and if you have any leaks. And the other part is that it's connected to Wi-Fi, so it's smart. It's an IoT device, and so it can tell you if you have anything that's abnormal in your house, and it'll automatically shut the water off.
So you can actually make adjustments on the road, right?
That's right. So let's say you're here and you get a call from your wife, and she says, honey, there's water coming from the ceiling. I don't know what to do. What do I do? And you can't call the plumber. You can't call. She doesn't know what to do. All you do is you just pull out your phone, you press a button, and you turn the water off in your house until you can get someone there to fix the problem.
Of course, in my case, it would be me calling her. But where is the product now in terms of the market?
It's a new industry, and so understanding about water use and understanding of these types of devices is something that consumers are just learning about, but it's really resonating with those, especially if you've ever had a water leak. So we see that about 2% of all homes have a water leak that is an insurance claim. And so, and the average is $9,600 to fix that. And so what we can do is actually be on the front end of that. Our hope is that you never have to go through that, is that the system will tell you when you're having events that are abnormal so that you can repair them early on. So we found that continually from events that are not catastrophic. So let's say the biggest one is a toilet flapper leak, that the toilet flapper hasn't closed all the way, that leaks about 1,200 gallons a day. We can tell you about that immediately. We can also tell you when you have a leak before it turns into something that's catastrophic, so you can take care of that and never have to have a big claim again.
Now this product's in the market right now, correct?
It is. We started selling in April of 2018, and then we're launching in Europe this month.
Terrific. Thanks, Mariel.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We're here in Austin where it's about 80 degrees, but back home where I live in Washington, D.C., it's about 35 or 40 degrees. Gihan, and I won't even try to pronounce your last name, is the CEO and founder of a company called Mercury Intelligent Heated Jackets. You've got a product that's great for us Northeasterners, right?
Yep, exactly. Yep. We're from Boston, so we know the cold heat, the cold winters, and then also the commute as well. So we're based in Boston, Ministry of Supply, and this is our Mercury Intelligent Heated Jacket.
Now, your company is still relatively a startup, although you've been around for a couple of years.
So we started online, actually on Kickstarter, and we have 7 stores across the country now, including one in DC.
Wonderful. How does it keep us warm?
Yeah, so our jacket has 3 carbon fiber heating elements in it. And so it runs off a USB battery, and it allows us to actually emit 10 watts of heat, which is like a small light bulb. And what we can actually do is, because we have an internal and external temperature sensor, but also an accelerometer, we can actually detect, are you staying at a cold bus stop? And it'll automatically turn the heat up all the way. But if you've been running to catch the train or something, we can predict that you will start to overheat, and we'll turn the heat down automatically.
That's fascinating. How and where can I get this?
Yeah, so it's available online and at our 7 stores.
Good. And what's the price point on this?
So our jackets go for $4.95, and our vest is $3.95.
And it'll really keep me warm on those cold winter nights, right?
Exactly. It automatically does all that control for you. And we even have an app that you can actually train it, because some of us run hot, some of us run cold. So you can just say, I'm a little bit hot right now, or I'm a little bit cold, and it'll learn your preference.
Okay. This is definitely a product that's needed in the marketplace.
We think so too. We've tried. We've witnessed several bad Boston winners, so this is what it was designed for. Yeah.
Terrific. Thank you so much. While the companies we've spoken to so far are really in true startup mode, one company from Boston is actually what we would call kind of in late startup mode. Steve Fredette is with a company called Toast. Tell us about the company. What do you do?
We're a restaurant technology company, so we sell point-of-sale systems, we sell payment systems, online ordering, loyalty, gift cards, inventory systems, all the systems that restaurants need to run their operations.
From what I see, though, it's actually part of a restaurant's lunch and dinner operation. I mean, it's very physical and very visible within the restaurant, right?
Yes, we have hardware as well as software, so you can see this is an example of a handheld device that we use to allow servers to take orders and payments right at the table, which makes them more efficient and makes them do their job better and makes a better customer experience because the servers can spend time talking to you about the food rather than running back and forth between your table and the terminal where they write the order.
And from what I understand, the server may take an order, and even before he's left the table, the food arrives, right?
Right, and that's a magical experience. So, we love it any time we can use technology to help create more magical experiences. That's a win.
Now, it's probably safe to say that Toast is a startup success story. I mean, tell us a little bit about how you got from where you were to where you are now.
I think, first of all, as startups should know, if they don't already, product market fit is everything. And so product market fit was pretty good. We stumbled upon a market that was pretty outdated and old. The restaurant technology industry in the U.S., when we walked in, the leaders were systems that were built when Microsoft Windows 3.1 came out in 1993 and 1996. So it was a pretty old systems, and the systems really hadn't kept up with the times. So tablets, cloud-based software, these were not really things that restaurateurs had available to them like much of the rest of the economy. So for us, we came in at a good time in the industry. We were able to provide a great solution. So there was a ton of demand, and it just scaled. Nice exponential growth curve for the last 5 years.
Well, if Toast is any indication, it seems that the startup system really works.
I think it's worked for us.
Terrific. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, everybody gathered for one final party where winners were selected in 13 categories. And while none of these companies were crowned champions, they can all take solace in the knowledge that they are truly on to something big. And after all, that's what it's all about.